So when you make statement like, okay, if God says, if you don't forgive your neighbors, he will not forgive you your own trespasses, does that not make both of you? I've explained the context of the forgiveness. It was not talking about damnation. It was not talking about you missing heaven or going to hellfire. It was talking about prayer and fellowship and your relationship with God in the context of Matthew chapter 6. That was in the context of Matthew chapter 6. So even in the relationship now, let's say your prayer is now hindered because of unforgiveness, and the free flow of your fellowship with God is now distorted because of that same unforgiveness. So somebody is now saying that, does that not make you and God the same? You are unforgiving, God is also unforgiving. No, you can never be compared to God in any scale. It's just like saying, when God said in the book of Proverbs that anger lieth in the bosom of fools. Anger lies in the bosom of fools. And then the same scripture said, and the anger of God was kindled against Israel when they committed sin against him. So are you not going to say, because God said anger lies in the bosom of fool and God was angry, are you not going to say that God is a fool? Is that what you're going to say? That's how the analogy looks like. So the analogy does not fit in. First of all, God is the one that decides what righteousness is. God is the one who decides what righteousness is. So if God says anger lies in the bosom of fools, first of all, the context of that statement was in uncontrollable anger. Uncontrollable anger. That was when the scripture now said anger lies in the bosom of fools. So you cannot apply that analogy to God when the scripture says, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. First of all, he is the one that decides what righteousness is. He's the one that decides what should be and what should not be. So if he does something, you cannot judge him because you are below him. You can't judge him, you are below him. He is a sovereign God. You are a mortal man that is subject under him. A mortal man subject under him. So you can't scrutinize him. You can never use any analogy to place you and God on the same scale. No, it's not possible. He has the right to be angry. And his anger is not uncontrollable. His anger is not uncontrollable. He has the right to be angry. First of all, because he's a sovereign God. You are a mortal man. He also gave you the right to be angry. True, because he said, be angry, but in your anger do not sin. But when he now said anger lies in the bosom of fools, it was in the context of uncontrollable anger. So that analogy does not fit in.